Okay, so here's the large bag of fillets, and this has been sitting overnight. And so what we're going to do is take some of them out and rinse them off really well. And then I'm going to put them on this rack and let them dry. They look really good. The color is nice. So we're probably going to take out about 6 fillets, completely fill this, because this rack filled is what will fit into the smoker. And I didn't get to record our first batch last night, but I'll go out there and show you what we've got going on with the smoker while this is getting rinsed off. So we've got the smoker. We leave it in the box because it holds the heat in better. And the chips that we're using is apple chips. Let's see. Ooh, smoky. Look how nice that looks. So I think it's got about another hour or two, and all 3 racks are full. So make sure that I close that back up. But I'll show you when they're done and when the next rack is loaded. We smoked these because they're big fillets. We smoked it for about 4 hours last night, and then started it back up this morning to finish it off. Okay, so we've got 6 fillets out, and one of the important things is to make sure that you get all of the little bones out. So if you run your finger along, just try and find any little bones, because you don't want somebody to bite into something and get a bone. So use like a needle nose pair of pliers and just get in there and grab the bone. Here, you do it.
I got another pair.
You just pull them out like that. It's a little time consuming, but it does make a huge difference in the quality of the fish once it's smoked.
No hacking up bones.
We don't want no bones. So we're going to let this air dry for about an hour. Let the other fish finish, and then we'll switch them out. I use a paper towel, and I pat dry both sides just to make sure that all the excess water is off, and that helps to let it dry. You want it to get kind of like a coating on there, and that will keep the smoky flavor from the brine in the fish, and it keeps it moister. Okay, so we have pulled all the pen bones and cut these into little fillet sizes, and so I've patted them dry, and then we're just going to let them sit and cure for, like I said, about an hour, and then we will get them put into the smoker. But they look really good. The only thing is, when you pull all the pin bones, it kind of mangles the meat in the center a little bit, because pink salmon, once they hit the river, they've been in the water quite a long time, and they're going through this metamorphosis, and that's why we smoke it, because the meat's just not very good to eat, but it tastes wonderful smoked. So that's why it kind of looks mushy. Looks like it'll be yummy. Okay, so we just pulled this off. It's all smoked up, looks wonderful, and it tastes really good. Nice and mild, very fresh and still moist. Here is the dried stuff we're gonna put back on the smoker. And then we watched a video where somebody took, you know, instead of putting it on the last 2 hours where we were doing it, and we can't tell if the temperature of the fish, because on the smoking you're supposed to get it up to 160-degree internal temperature for 30 minutes. On the smoker it's really hard to get the temperature off the fish, because when you pull it out it really cools off really quick. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to continue the smoking for like 4 hours, and then the last half an hour we're going to put it on the Weber barbecue and just bring the temperature up to 160 degrees, because that's where you will start to kill the bacteria. So we're going to load up the smoker, Here's the empty, and then we're gonna get the salmon on there, and I'll show you it before we put in. Okay, so we've got it loaded, 4 on each rack, and we're gonna get it put into the smoker. And we're using that apple wood, so we'll let it smoke, replacing the wood chips every hour in this smoker. And then we'll take a look and see what it looks like in about 2 hours. But these are pretty thick, so I'm thinking they're going to take at least 4 hours of smoking, and then we're going to try the Weber to get the temperature up. So we'll see how that works out to test.